Why LeBron James is the most savage NBA player. LeBron James is the most talked about player at ESPN, Bleacher Report, and NBA.com. Okay, he's the most talked about player on any platform, even when basketball isn't being played. He's an icon. He's a legend. He's LeBron James. He's switched teams 3 times and played with the Cleveland Cavaliers twice, ultimately bringing the Cavs their first NBA championship that he had promised. James has dominated the league and has basically done whatever he's wanted. He's enjoyed doing it. Keep watching to see why LeBron James is the most savage NBA player. Finisher around the rim. It's really no secret about how good LeBron James is at the rim. He's one dangerous finisher. He's the kind of player where you move out of your way when you're a defender, so you don't get on a poster with him dunking over you. LeBron has plenty of those throughout his career, but even as he ages, LeBron has become one of the best finishers the NBA has ever seen around the rim. He's a savage around the rim. LeBron roughly relies on his teammates to set up plays for him only 50% of the time throughout his career. LeBron uses his tremendous strength and locomotive style of play to relentlessly attack the basket. James has a downhill style of play, where he will frequently use his quickness and speed to blow by slower defenders. LeBron would then easily finish with strength around the rim. James is shooting nearly 43% of his shots at the rim and finishing at a nearly 70% rate in his career. These stats prove that LeBron James is by far the best finisher, since the NBA started tracking shot locations in the 1997-1998 season. That's savage. A LeBron James shot at the rim is worth 1.4 points for his career. At his peak, James has hit on nearly 80% to make it 1.6 points per possession. To put that into perspective, that's more efficient than a Kyle Korver spot-up 3 if Korver were to shoot 50% from long distance. In a game where the three-pointer seems incredibly essential, James doesn't need the 3 with how he finishes at the rim. Sometimes LeBron will get criticized for his play. Sure, he's had some down years in terms of efficiency in recent years. His shooting is definitely below average compared to what it was when he was playing in Miami, but he is still the deadliest offensive weapon in the game when it comes to driving to the hoop. Plus, when you combine this with his remarkable passing ability, LeBron is essentially unstoppable when it comes to scoring at the rim and setting up his teammates for easy buckets. He may be aging, but it's no secret that he is still one of the most physically gifted athletes to play the sport, or any sport for that matter. Although his rugged style of attacking the rim at all costs is far from beautiful, his game has aged very well. That's the thing about LeBron James. He's already becoming the player he will be before he retires. His vision. LeBron James is in the conversation as one of, if not the best basketball players in the world. We still might be underestimating LeBron James and his court vision all these years, just because he does other things more consistently. One day, when the Lakers lost to the Clippers in a season opener, James sat down to catch a full slate of NBA action, with a total of 22 teams taking the floor. James told reporters that week that he watches every live game at the same time, and made sure the group of reporters didn't doubt what he was saying while describing the end of a Nets-Timberwolves game in great detail. A reporter asked James, "When you're watching that many games, right, how often will you end up focusing on one versus just being aware of the others? Will you take some and then watch?" LeBron replied, "No, I watch all of them at the same time. I'm serious. I can watch every last one of them at the same time. And then depending on the game and the score, like the Brooklyn game in general, I saw the last possession. Tie game, well, Kyrie went up 3, hit the 3, Karl Anthony Towns came back, tied the game. Kyrie got a pick and roll, got iced, pocket pass to Jared Allen, missed 2 free throws, rebound Taurean Prince, blocked shot, Andrew Wiggins missed, overtime. So I watched all the way until Kyrie missed the shot at the end of overtime, and then I watched the rest of the game as well. Watched obviously a lot of the OKC-Utah game because we play Utah tomorrow, and Chris Paul is a great friend of mine. I watched all of the Cavs-Orlando game, all the Boston. Do you want me to keep going? Maybe this explains why LeBron is able to cash in on his seemingly easy triple-doubles night after night. He's been an athletic defender capable of shutting down anyone at any and every position. He's also won a scoring title and can routinely throw up crazy numbers in the points column while maintaining his high level of efficiency. Dan Feldman explained for Pro Basketball Talk. LeBron's scoring might get most of the attention, but records like this are why he rates highly among the all-time greats. His all-around game, which also includes rebounding and at times in his career defending, is on another level. James seems to pride himself on passing. LeBron is always seen trying to make his teammates better. He's held team dinners and bonds with his players, and never seems to be in trouble with the law. James became the leading front-court assist man when he passed Scottie Pippen with the most assists for a forward in the history of the game. As he told reporters after that game against the Pistons via ESPN.com's Dave McMenamin, this accomplishment meant more than passing Allen Iverson in scoring. Way more. In fact, it means way more than it did when I passed Allen Iverson on Sunday. I've always took a lot of pride, and I get more of a rush seeing my teammates succeed more than myself. And that's what an assist is all about. I was taught the game the right way, and seeing my teammates succeed has always been something that I've cared about more than anything, and that's what it's all about. James with the Cavaliers or Miami Heat has played a ton of minutes at the power forward. He runs the show in transition, but he will also control the offense in the half-court set, where he can display a level of vision that should belong to a player who stands under maybe 6 feet 4 inches. Whether he's making relatively simple drive-and kicks or throwing cross-court skips to an open teammate on the perimeter, James has a knack for racking up the dimes. He savagely wants his teammates to feel the level of success that he brings to the table. That's a true leader, if you ask his teammates. Versatility. Throughout his career, LeBron James has possessed an extraordinary all-around game, with his playmaking skills making him one of the most talented players in NBA history. But his performance this season, before the coronavirus outbreak, may be the purest expression of his skill set that we've ever seen, as he continues to challenge the limits of greatness in his 17th season. The versatility of LeBron's skills have had to be placed in the background for more practical reasons. He's had to take on a big chunk of the scoring load several times throughout his career, with his rookie season being the only time he didn't average 25 or more points a game. This season was different though. If you look at his stats on the season, LeBron was not leading his team in scoring. Instead, he was second, behind Anthony Davis. James is averaging a career-high 10.6 assists per game, and is the league's leader in assists. If the season has ended, he would be the league leader in NBA for assists for the first time in his career. That's savage. James is using his skill set in the purest way he ever has in his NBA career with the Lakers. He's been playing point guard, although one could argue James has been a point guard his whole career. But we did mention he's also played power forward at times with the Cavs and Heat. He's never one to tout himself as a scorer. Even as one of the most prolific in NBA history, James has been able to play basketball in a style that suits his preferences this year. James has paved the way for himself, and can now help coach his team and place players where they need to be. James stands alone even when he's compared to the greats. A big part of this is because he has the perfect pick-and-roll partner in Davis. He's never played with someone like Davis. The duo has run the action beautifully this season, with Davis scoring 4.1 points a game as a roll man. James had Kevin Love and Chris Bosh, but Anthony Davis is way more powerful around the rim. That helps space the floor due to his dynamic playmaking ability anywhere around the court. Davis has already solidified himself as one of the most talented teammates James has played with. He's up there with stars like Dwayne Wade and Kyrie Irving. Davis's game complements James' skill set well, with his ability to score in multiple ways, inside and outside. Davis has won Player of the Week twice this season for the Lakers. Davis has also allowed LeBron's playmaking to flourish. Per NBA.com, the assist points created tallies the numbers of points a player or team makes through assists. Assist points created began being recorded in 2013-2014, and since then, James is ranked in the top 10 of the category 6 times, including this season. This season, James led the league in assist points created. He's also doing this while savagely averaging a career-low 34.4 minutes per game. Whether it's seeing an open driving lane or finding an open teammate on a fast break, James can usually make any play he wants. Possessing great court vision is an important part of being a good passer, and James has some of the best court vision ever seen in this game. Davis's quality play has helped James immensely. In addition though, James is arguably playing with one of the best supporting casts he's ever had in his career in terms of spacing. With shooters such as Danny Green and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, this roster is simply built for James to succeed at the highest level. James can also still score at a high level too, but he hasn't been asked to do it as much this season. Still, he has posted plenty of 30-point performances this season. Defensively, LeBron has had a resurgence too. He's been playing passing lanes, positioning himself for steals, and that's helped him average 1.3 steals per game, tied for second on the Lakers with Danny Green. He's been able to play the free safety position on defense, while being the quarterback on offense. Those are the two most impactful positions in the NFL. With all these contributions from teammates, James doesn't have to be concerned about being the only one handling the ball, scoring, making plays, and playing defense. And because of that, fans have gotten to see James in his greatest form yet. His versatility savagely makes the Lakers a huge threat. They would be title contenders if the season were to continue. Expectations. LeBron James has already met and exceeded every expectation there ever was for him coming out of high school. However, there's one more expectation from fans around the world. LeBron promised to carry on Kobe's legacy. With that, expectations are higher than ever for LeBron to bring another title to Los Angeles after Kobe's passing. It's not just the championship though. Kobe Bryant built quite a legacy, both on the court and in the community during his 20-year career. Kobe did this so much so that his contemporaries in the NBA took notice of and respected that impact. After some time to reflect on the devastating loss of Bryant, his daughter Gianna, and 7 others in a helicopter crash, LeBron shared a photo of he and Bryant on Instagram with a heartfelt message to Kobe and his family. "I'm heartbroken and devastated, my brother," James wrote in part Monday night. "Man, I love you, big bro. My heart goes out to Vanessa and the kids. I promise you, I'll continue your legacy, man. You mean so much to us all here, especially #LakerNation, and it's my responsibility ability to put this expletive on my back and keep it going. Please give me the strength from the heavens above and watch over me. I got us here. There's so much more I want to say, but I just can't right now because I can't get through it. Until we meet again, my brother. Hashtag mama for life. Hashtag GG for life. Not many would want to or be willing to fill Bryant's shoes, but in his own way, James has already been building on that legacy throughout his career. Funded by the LeBron James Family Foundation and Akron City Schools, the I Promise School is more than just a place for elementary-age students to get an education. There is a food pantry to help families in need, and transportation services are available to make sure students get to school. James's commitment to education has proven fruitful for the students. According to the New York Times, 90% of the school's 240 3rd and 4th grade students met or exceeded expectations in mathematics and reading, which is a rate higher than in the Akron City Schools district. Also, James has served as an inspiration to those who come from difficult circumstances. James never forgot where he came from, and the journey he took from someone growing up in inner-city Akron to one of the most recognizable public figures anywhere in the world. James has used his basketball platform not just to score points, make passes, and block shots, but also to help those in his hometown, especially with the opening of the I Promise School. We always hear about an athlete's humble beginnings, how they emerge from poverty or tragedy to beat the odds, James narrated. There's supposed to be stories of determination that capture the dream. There's supposed to be stories that let you know that people are special. But you know what would be really special? If there were no more humble beginnings. LeBron James is committed to helping people on and off the court. He loves being an inspiration, but also loves to get his teammates involved on the court. James does it all. He's one dangerous man.